This one, I think y'all are going to enjoy this one. This one is going to be all clone fragrances, all affordable. So this might answer one of the questions. No, you said summer. Well, this ain't going to answer the question. But this will get you ready for the upcoming seasons. So start, bench, cut, cold weather. Ooh, this, hey, y'all got to give me a second with this one. Cold weather, let's get into it. First one is going to be Khamrah, the OG. You can honestly, you can put any Khamrah. I don't care. We're just gonna put Khamrah for one. Like Khamrah is gonna be one. The second one though, Liquid Brun. Let's talk about it. Start, bench, cut. Khamrah, Liquid Brun, or Asad Bourbon. What we doing, fam? I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna give y'all a moment to just think about that. Think about that for a second, because we got Khamrah, we have Liquid Brun from French Avenue, and we have Asad Bourbon. Think about it for a second. Now, one thing about all three of these fragrances, this right here, they are all doing that gourmand take the same. It's kind of hard to see which one separates themselves from the other. I think that when it comes to this fragrance, like this round of the start, bench, cut itself, when it comes to this round specifically between Khamrah, Asad Bourbon, and Liquid Brun, it all comes down to slight transitional points and small, minute, like qualities of notes. And what I mean by that is, some people might not like Khamrah because in their eyes, it might be too much of like a chocolatey sweetness or a praline sweetness. It might be leaning too much in that vein. But then you have Liquid Brun. Liquid Brun. A lot of people love this one. Oh, that's spicy vanilla. A lot of people like this one, that warm cinnamon. A lot of people like this one. And the hype, that was well deserved. With it being that Altair DNA, well deserved. I'm not even gonna knock it. Regardless how I feel about it, I'm not taking nothing from it. And then you have Asad Bourbon, which really, this one right here is, to me, this one is that. Aromatics, gourmand, spicy, and Asad Bourbon really does do like that chocolate DNA extremely well, mixing together with the lavender, some more of those aromatics. Let me know down in the comment section. Start, bench, cut. Khamrah from Lattafa, Liquid Brun from French Avenue, Asad Bourbon. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let me check into the chat and let's see what we got. Let's see what we rocking with. Addy, I appreciate you being first on that one. Yeah, you was quick with it. Let's see. You off rip. Okay. Start, Liquid Brun, bench, Asad Bourbon, cut, Khamrah. Let me know the reason. Now look, I love that y'all are telling me. I would also like to know the reason as to why some of these fragrances are getting cut over the other ones, if you don't mind elaborating. But that's not a bad lineup. I'm rocking with that. I can understand it. Liquid Brun to start, so you're gonna keep that one as like your everyday driver, signature scent thing. You're gonna just rock out and go with that one. And then you're gonna have that bourbon for like those special occasions. So I'm guessing that when it comes to bourbon, I'm guessing that it's the aromatics over the sweetness that you get in Khamrah, and that could be why, because they somewhat still do like a slight spicy take when it comes to bourbon and Khamrah. They both do that, but this one does a little bit more, has a little bit more oomph to it, or a little bit more emphasis on the aromatics, where this one focuses a little bit more on that vanilla, the gourmands, the sweetness aspect of things. So maybe it could be the sweetness in that one that's kind of drawing you away. I can see that. Where we at? I did add. Okay, add it right there. Cool. $1 Million Minds. Start Liquid Brun, bench Khamrah, Cut Asad Bourbon. What is going on with that one? Let me know. So you might be the opposite, I'm guessing there. But then, yeah, you might be the opposite when it comes to that. Because I'm guessing you wouldn't want, no, you have two dominant spicy fragrances in a way. Because with Liquid Brun, you have a little bit more of the warm spice, the cinnamon, things like that. And then with Khamrah, you have the same spices that's playing along. So you're cutting out the aromatics that come with Asad Bourbon then, I'm guessing. You're cutting that one out, okay. Let's see. Time and scent. Start Liquid Brun, bench Khamrah, cut Bourbon. Ooh, okay. I see Bourbon getting cut a lot by a lot of people. That Asad Bourbon surprised me. It's way better than I expected. Exactly, fam. Me too. Like that one actually is like one. It's really between that one and the OG. That's my favorite. But Asad Bourbon is really just, it is nice. It is nice, fam. It is nice. Much better than I was expecting. Bless up, fam. Hey. Appreciate you, Rio. I appreciate you, fam. Much love. I cut Bourbon because it's the least unique smell. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. I had to think about that one for a second. Yes, it does, especially with like the aromatics, that lavender. It really does have like a designer-esque quality about it. I remember that being one of the first things that I said when So I can see that. I can see that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Much love. I cut Khamrah too redundant. I understand. I'm not knocking it. Khamrah's too sweet. Okay. So now we get it. Now I'm seeing where everybody is making their choices from. I get it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little different. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am different, and I hope I don't. Like, I'm gonna let y'all know right now. For me, Asad Bourbon is my starter. I'm starting this one. Like, this fragrance for me is so damn nice. And it's because of some of the things that y'all dislike about. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When it came to the designer as that lavender, but still being able to maintain that gourmand, that praline, a little bit of freshness. When it came to all of that, Asad Bourbon, I truly fell in love with this one. This one for me is going to be my starter out of the three. My backup, my baby coming off the bench is gonna be Khamrah. I'm not getting rid of this. I understand Liquid Brun, this and that. I get it. For me personally, Khamrah is my coming off the bench fragrance. This is like having Lou Will and Jamal Crawford all in one, like fusion mode in one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rocking with this. I am starting Asad Bourbon. I am benching Khamrah, and I am cutting Liquid Brun. I'm sorry, and this is cool. It's cool, but to me, these two really do a lot of the same things. It just depends on what type of DNA you like. Like this one, you get a little bit more of the when it comes to that cinnamon, because initially that warm spicy is in your face. It's a lot of it. Same with this too. To me, I like this one a little bit more. It just comes off a little bit more smooth and opening. But this one is still a nice fragrance as well. It's just these two right here. If I had to choose which one I'm keeping out of, because again, this is my starter. Asad Bourbon is my starter. If I had to choose which one is coming off the bench, Khamrah always gonna give me a cool 15 and 10. Always gonna give me a cool 15 and 10. Liquid Brun might give me like 20 and 6 every once in a while. You know, a lot of points, but it ain't really helping out the team. This one right here is the team, because this is a room filler. As soon as I come in the building, step up, hey man, look out. As soon as I step in the building with this on, yeah, we in there. So for me personally, starting Asad Bourbon, benching Khamrah, cutting Liquid Brun. Let me know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. I see a lot of people say Khamrah is redundant, Khamrah is sweet. I'm starting on. I don't give a. Hey, I'm not mad at you, because this one was probably one of the hardest ones outside of the next one. This one was the hardest one outside of the next one, fam. This next one is the hard. It was so difficult that I had 4 favorites in that one, and we're gonna talk about it. But yeah, I like that. They said I'm starting all of them. But for real, starting Khamrah, benching Asad. Benching Broom. Okay, gotcha. I see it. I see it right there. Starting Khamrah, benching Asad, and cutting. Oh no, you're benching Broom. Okay, so benching Liquid Brun, you're starting Khamrah, and you're cutting Asad Bourbon. Okay, gotcha. Liquid Brun is the distinguished gentleman. I can see that. That makes sense. I just went off what I like best. Facts, fam, don't understand. Hey, this is a judgment-free zone. We not judging at all. I'm only asking questions, getting insights, trying to understand what the community likes, and I'm also just sharing my opinion on what I like and why I have them ranked a certain way. That's all this is. Trust me, you ain't being judged at all. But for me, again, just for those that don't know, I am going to start Asad Bourbon. I am going to bench Khamrah. I am going to cut Liquid Brun. That is my personal opinion. That's what I would do. Scent Bubble, what up, Brody? I see you down in the chat. Salute to you. Congratulations. I think I just saw your post. You just hit a stream number. Congrats on that, man. I don't know how you do them late night streams like that. Yeah. I see you up there. All right. Last one. This one is a little bit different.